Hi, I wanted to take just a moment and remind you about the Advanced Commitment event on Saturday, March 25th, 7 o'clock here at the church. You've received some information about that, and I hope that you're already planning on coming, and I hope you've RSVP'd already. If you have not, then please do. And so I'm sitting here visiting with Alan Wilds, who's our generosity coach, and we're talking about this event. And so I just want to pick your brain a little bit. Why do we even have this?
Sure, because a lot of you people have already been coming to a lot of events, so they have to come to one more event. Well, this is a big one. It's for an opportunity for the leaders to go first. The best example of leadership is personal action, is going first. It's based on 1 Chronicles 29, when David was raising the money to build the temple. He shared with his leaders, this is what I'm going to give. And then he challenged them to give accordingly, not necessarily the same amount, but in the same manner, the same level of sacrifice. They took all of the commitments that David gave out of the kingdom, out of his own wealth, and then all of the leaders, they combined it all together and made the announcement to the rest of the people, and they rejoiced, and they gave, and they gave, and they gave, and the temple was built. So we're asking leaders here at Winfrey to do something that is based off of a biblical model that David set for us back in the Old Testament.
Well, that helps me understand that. So, honestly, we're looking at this goal of 2.8 million over 2 years, which is more than we've ever given in general offerings by a long shot. I mean, we're a healthy-sized church. We're not a huge church. Have you seen churches our size able to do that kind of thing?
Absolutely, especially with you all coming off of the Connecting Initiative, where people have already been giving at an expanded level, and you and I have been talking about how, this is a little complex, right? We're coming at the end of a 36-month giving phase, and then we're asking people to combine the regular giving and their expanded or their elevated levels of giving. We're asking them to then combine them into one fund or one commitment, and it can be a little challenging, but one thing that we know is that, first of all, a church your size can certainly do this. There's no doubt about it. But then the question that I get often is, how? How are we going to do this? And so one of the tools that we've implemented over the years has been what we call a gift profile guide. So the gift profile guide is one way that we might make this goal. It clearly illustrates that there's some commitments at a very high level of dollars, and there's some that are not quite so high, because everybody in our church is not at the same level of income and the same level of financial flexibility. But one thing that I challenge everybody who's watching is take a look at this guide, and on that guide there's a level that's very close to where you are right now as you're thinking about what your 2-year commitment is going to be. And I'm going to ask you to look and find that level, and then look one line up. Look one line up. And would you and your family be willing to pray about one line up between now and the Advanced Commitment event on March the 25th? And come on that day prepared to make your commitment. So between now and then, pray about it. Just keep talking, keep praying. What is that commitment going to look like for me and my family?
Thank you. And we are so appreciative of your wisdom and the help and guidance that you've given on this. And as I've expressed to you guys, I really do believe that we can do this. I have all the confidence in the world in you and in what God has given us and your ability to listen to God carefully. So we'll look forward to seeing you on Saturday, March 25th at 7 o'clock. Thanks.